Scorpions and big city nights. Here's the weekly Groan. I've got a peephole or a spy hole in my front door and I use it from time to time. I did think about installing a doorbell with a camera, but it's just something else that can go wrong, isn't it? For a while now, a dead bug has been inside the spy hole and I thought it was time to get that out. It wasn't too pleasant when, opening up the cover and looking through and seeing this thing with its legs and everything else. The bug was small, but of course it was magnified by the lenses. Lovely. And it was inside the actual device. I couldn't remove said bug from the outside or the recessed bit near the cover inside. It was definitely in there. How it actually got in there in the first place, I don't know. It's not exactly airtight, but it must have been a challenge to get in. I managed to remove the spy hole easily, and there's various bits and pieces to it. Now, I thought there would be one lens in there, but there's actually three, and I guess that's to change the zoom level if you need to and the focus on it. One lens you actually can't get to, but there are two at the end which you can, and it was between these two end lenses where Mr. Bug lived. So there's a piece to unscrew to get to these end lenses. And I couldn't figure out how to get them out. A bit unscrewed, but they were still held in there. And I was playing around with this thing for quite some time, so I thought I'll give it a shake. And that did the trick. They both fell out onto the floor, and this is on a hard floor as well. Yeah, I should have tried this low level on carpet, but it was too late for that. They were fine, thank goodness, and I cleaned them up. There were some other small bits of lint and dirt on there as well. Again, how they got in there in the first place, it's anyone's guess. Trying to get it back together took a while. The lenses are just a bit too small to line up into the metal retainer, so they almost fall out unless you get them spot on. If they were 1/4 of a millimetre bigger, it would be much better, but of course they weren't. Also, it took some time swapping these lenses around to get a clear image. Get it wrong and it's a blur, and there's various different options. What a faff. I'm glad it's all good now, but next time the insect can just stay in there.